Bruce is going to hit his record button as well. I'm very excited that Anne and Ella are here. Anne is our chair of the Exhibition Collection Committee. I got it. And Ella has been instrumental in helping with that and working with the jurors. So we are so excited. I'm going to let Anne take it over as she shares our brand new collection that will be launched in 2026.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
We-
Okay. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I am coming to you from a very old textile mill where my studio is. And I'm actually borrowing the conference room of the management because it's a girls' night out here. And so it's very loud in my studio. So I've had a little bit of technical difficulties, and but I'm here now, and I appreciate being here with you all. And what I want to do is show you, Eileen and I talked about how to best show you this collection, and we thought about doing it in Lightroom, but I, in the end, with my technical difficulties, I actually can't do it that way, but I'm excited to show it to you this way, which is the way that Ella Carlson put it together as a beautiful catalog that Marianne Keeling is currently using to shop around the exhibition collection to galleries and museums. So you're going to get to see it this way. So what you'll see is two images at a time, the way Ella thoughtfully juxtaposed them. And since some people are still coming in, okay, you just got somebody in there. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and I'll go slowly. It's not a slideshow, it's me scrolling down. So this is just an exciting way to see it, and I'm so happy to be able to share it with you. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
All right. This is, and I just quickly want to say that each of our exhibitions has an exhibition catalog. And so this will become the exhibition catalog eventually. It will have more details in it, and we'll get to that later. But so I just want to share with you Ella's beautiful work with the beautiful work of the Resonance exhibition by American Society of Photographers Arts. And congratulations to everyone. There are 41 artists and 51 works of art. All right, here we go. Just to show you, this is the cover. That's Tom Rouse's image. And then Ella wrote a beautiful introduction for us, which we will share this with you at another time. And now here we go.
Oh, wow.
Somebody tell me if I'm going too fast.
These are stunning.
So beautiful.
And Ella, you put them together so beautifully.
Thank you.
I'm getting goosebumps. Feel free to share, guys, if you would like.
Yes, you can talk over this if you wish.
I haven't seen Tom's new work with the bubbles. Spheres.
Just so fitting for the theme.
I love that.
So powerful. Yeah, such powerful work.
Yeah, everything. Ella, you did an amazing job putting them together. Like they go.
That's it's an art to do that.
And even as we were organizing the images, just the way the files show up in my folder, honestly, there's a resonance among these images themselves, no matter how you organize them. But Ella did an exceptional job.
Thank you. It's such a nice collection to work with. Speaking of our coming up speaker for the 2-day.
Can see.
So this one on the right is gold leafing adhered to the back of rice paper.
Wow.
Or it might be vellum. I don't know which one she used for that. It's incredible in real life.
Mm. Sorry, Tim, we will be changing the title on that.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I think I have an old copy of Ella's work. And I thought I'd go back to the beginning. And Ella, would you be willing to read the introduction that you gave us?
Sure.
Sorry, skipping through.
I love that I've seen some new artists here.
Yeah. Like the synchronous vibration of a carillon, ASP's resonance collection speaks to the prolonged impact of imagery. These photographic interpretations go beyond the immediate reaction to a fleeting image and is deepened by a reflective process obtained through time spent viewing the printed image. Additionally, consideration can be given to the techniques employed by each individual artist, who start with the same tool, photography, and complete these pieces through a variety of tools and techniques applied to the raw materials. Offering up the seed from which so much is grown, resonance offers imagery that carries with it an echo that reverberates in the mind of the viewer. Each piece in this collection from the American Society of Photographers displays what resonance means to that artist. From the abstract feathery lines that merely suggest a horizon to the emotional impact resounding within an intimate portrait, each vantage point presented captures the viewer's imagination.
Wow.
Lovely, Ella.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
So how do you all feel about the collection?
Smooth. It's nice.
It's good.
Beautiful. Pretty
We
amazing.
had amazing artists to work with, so it's such a pleasure to work with work like this.
I think Tim needs to compose some music to go with that as a slideshow.
Yes, I should have had music. Tim, would you? We would really love that.
How many minutes is it though?
Well, you decide.
Oh,
However long your piece is, but we could work out that together.
okay. We'll look at that.
That'd be lovely.
I think that'd be amazing.
Well, thank you.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down.
Okay, yeah. You just don't want to do a 12-minute, concert there,
Oh,
Looks like it's going
Thanks a
to
lot,
be
Dennis.
Standard 3
yeah,
to 4
maybe
minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
okay.
good. Oh, well, we would love that. Dennis, what a great idea.
Thanks, Dennis.
You got kind of voluntold there. Well, I just inspired. I seen your face and I go, wonder if. I don't have that talent, Tim, so I have to rely on somebody.
Did y'all get any feedback from the judges? I'd be interested to hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did get a little bit of feedback, not very much, but we talked about organizing, getting that information to you. So if you, yes, because a couple of people have asked, and it's good to hear you. Was that you, Andy, ask about that? Yeah. So we could email quotes, what they said to the people that had that, or we could, make, I don't know, what would be the best for everyone? Do you like to hear personally what they said versus have it be a group awareness?
I
Sure.
think we could all be inspired by the group awareness, and everybody else. I think we'd all be inspired by that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's what we miss about the
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So
I
we
just-
can do
Nice
that.
idea.
I want to hear them say how hard it was to pick. That's all.
Mhm.
I'm sure that was the case.
Yes. Yes. They definitely They went back in a few times. You know, that I could see how many times they went back into the form. So it was a contemplate.
Contemplative.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
So you said there was 41 artists and 51 pictures, I believe. Is that right?
Yes. 10 artists have 2 pieces in.
And then how many artists entered and how many photographs? What was the
I knew you were
entry?
going to ask me that.
Yes.
Yeah, I should find that. If you talk amongst yourselves, I can find that number. Yes.
Well, they are beautiful, beautiful images, and I'm excited to see some new names that I'm not familiar, with being in the previous show. So that's fun too. And you never know, those of you who do juried shows, you just never know if you're going to get in or not. It's not a personal reflection on you. It's just, it is subjective. There are not 12 elements like there are for MIR. And these are not PPA jurors. They're jurors that jury fine art in the fine art world. So, which is new to all of us. Well, not all of us, but new to me. I
have a question for Ella.
Huh?
The catalog that you put together, was that a digital catalog or is it printed?
It's digital and printed, so that Marianne can shop it around both ways. She's doing a lot of talking to people in Charleston and Texas and all over the place. And she has quite a network of artists that she's talking to, curators and gallery owners. So she needed something to be able to show them. So,
But we will have the book available again.
So,
yeah.
I know it's fierce competition. I'm glad to keep trying, and I'm able to submit more than 4 inches. The reason I'm going to submit 4 is because I just want to get used to the process. That's all.
I think that's a great thing. We don't all get in the first time, and the more you enter, the more chance you have. But yes, definitely continue to enter, Michael. That would be great.
Yep. A lot of times it's just what fits with everything else too, what fits with the theme. If something doesn't quite
what resonates, yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
It was fun to enter things that don't do well in print comp, but they fill your heart up with joy to have created them and not have a place to go with it, besides my house or whatever, the local art show. So it was so much fun. Even though some of those didn't make it, it gave me such joy to show them to someone and say, look at this. I love this. Don't you? No.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's a very different audience in the fine art world than it is in PPA. PPA has a fairly narrow vision of what they accept in their competitions in MIR, and the art world is a completely different arena. So it's really lovely that we've got some crossover with our members that can shift into that fine art field. And these images, as you saw, were just wonderful.
Yeah, I think that's very exciting. I've always said PPA is this little sandbox, and then you have the whole rest of the world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I don't think anything Keith Carter's ever produced would merit, but he's famous, Yeah.
So will there be some sort of opening night like there was at Grapevine? Do we know yet?
So what we're working on, Marianne's hard at work. We're trying all different angles for Nashville. It was very hard. We're working hard on it, but we can't promise that this one will open there. We still have some avenues we're pursuing, so we're not. That's why we don't have a place for you to send your work yet, because we're still hoping we might get this up in Nashville. And if it doesn't show in Nashville, we're considering closing the show in the next imaging location, which I think is Charlotte. So at least we'd have, a big reception around there when everyone's at imaging. So does that sound reasonable to you guys? Okay.
That'd be wonderful. And there is one location secured, but Ann's not ready to announce that yet. I promise you, they've been working on Nashville for months and months and months. I mean, almost a full year, trying to explore every avenue possible.
Yeah, we were really hopeful because even though we were late to the game with trying to get an exhibition up, because we did the call in the summer and then we want to post it in January somewhere. We were hopeful because Nashville is such a creative city. We looked at hotels, we looked at restaurants, Marianne's working really hard right now on this one person who's actually a photographer himself and has a gallery, but he usually only shows his own things there. But it's very close to the main drag where people go in the big museum, and so we're kind of hopeful that we can do that. So again, we're working on it, but we also appreciate any of you guys. Diana has reached out to a few people, and anybody who you guys might know who can do this searching and let Marianne know if you have an idea. Some people have already done that, and it might not work out for this collection, but we're actually starting to try to pin down exhibition spaces for future collections so that we get ahead of the game, and that we can we're hoping perhaps to be able to work with some of the curators in the future of those locations, and they might be involved in choosing the collection.
Have you tried any
libraries?
Or maybe that's like a big library in Nashville or something?
That's a great idea. I can't remember if I thought there was a public building on our list, but it might not have been a library. Thank you for mentioning that, Michael. I'll write that down.
I will say that Grapevine is a unicorn because the Gaylord is so close to that main strip. And I don't think that we have that kind of a unique situation at any of our other locations. So it's really exciting. We were able to launch this whole program, there in Grapevine for our first exhibition. But I like the fact that even if we can't secure a Nashville location, that we can ideally wrap it up at the next imaging, and that would be the closing of the exhibition.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. Did anybody from the previous exhibit actually, with the marking, sell any of their imaging pieces from those?
Nothing has sold at this point. We have things available for sale on the link. It's currently exhibited at a museum, so they don't sell things there, but they allowed us to have our link there. Our information with the QR code there, and everybody's label has a QR code to their own website. So if someone's standing in the gallery, they can hit the QR, they can do the QR code and go to that person's website. And then also Eileen is holding up the brochure that Terry Whitaker designed for us. Do you want to share? Yeah, let's see. Maybe if you can see her on a larger screen, like if you do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's a trifold, and it has all the artist names. It has the exhibition venues, and it has descriptions about the exhibition and then about the American Society of Photographers. So we'll do the same thing for your collection.
It has the QR code there too.
Yeah.
It has the QR code on here to go to get more information. Sorry. Go ahead.
Does it identify the jurors as well on that brochure?
No, it does not on that one.
That is something you might want for your CV, that you were juried into a show by and list the jurors. So I'm sure that Anne and Ella can provide that information for you.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the curators of shows that they might want to know who picked these pictures. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. I see that Corey has a question about where are you all having your work printed with the D-rings? I know that became a question for metals that aren't being framed, and for some people, and canvas for some people, depending on what your lab actually does. And we've had some discussions about where people have had good luck. Somebody had said Magnachrome was a good lab. Did anyone want to share any good news or how they are printing theirs that they want to let other artists know about, that they had to overcome any kind of issue?
Terry Whitaker, are you here? You used Magnachrome. How did that work?
I had to find out where the audio thing was. I love them. They are It's not inexpensive, but they do incredible work. And if it is not perfect when they send it to you, they will redo it until it is. I think it might be a family-owned business. I'm not sure. I use them because the Bennetts recommended them, and they do lovely work. I really like them.
Where are they located?
They're in California, in Concord.
Did they do D-rings for you? How was the mounting?
It looks like D-rings to me, and they wire it.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, Bay Photo does D-rings. I talked to them about it.
Oh, that's good to hear, Ted. Because they did. Karen Nakamura had 2 beautiful medals, and I went and we have when we installed them, we found that the way the cleat is on the back, we were able to put the wires into the cleat. That worked. But but many medals don't have that kind of thing. Like the French cleat doesn't seem to work. So that's good that you talk to them and they can do that for you. Is that for medals or for canvas or for something else?
Medals.
Okay, that's great, because we have experience from the last collection where we hung the Grapevine City Gallery ourselves, and that was, well, we actually had some art handler help from them, but that was wires. And then the Sawyer Yards, we were allowed to put holes in the walls, so that was all with nails and screws. So it was really different between the two. And it just showed us how important it is that the backing hardware is as we asked for it, because otherwise your piece is not going to look great. I mean, or it's going to cause, your piece will look great. I shouldn't say that. It'll look great. It's just that there might be some issues. We had to put D-rings on the back of some things as a result of them not being ready. So we learned how important it is not to let that slide. But as you are talking with your lab and working out how you want to present your work, and you have any questions, just, you can reach out and maybe we can talk about it, or I can connect you to another artist who has had to go through this, that they brought it up to my attention.
This is just a little bit of trivia, but Anne actually spent a whole day with a nationally known art handler, hanger, whatever, installer, the day before she flew down to lead our team to install at Sawyer Yards. And it was a big job, and it was beautifully done under her leadership. I think it was an 11-hour day.
I know that we ended at 11 because I remember going, Eileen, what time is, or we're done. And I thought maybe it was like 9:15 or something. And I was horrified to find out that we'd all stayed there till 11, but it was a really good experience, and some camaraderie and team building for sure.
Time well spent. It was perfect.
What other questions do you guys have? Do you have that we might be able to answer? Or
Well, I do have a question about signatures. My intent is just to have the lab drop ship to whatever address you give me, but obviously I can't sign it. And I'm not even sure yet how to, metal prints are new to me. And I'm not quite sure, I mean, you can do a digital signature, obviously, but I don't know anything about the art world itself and what's considered proper or of value, I guess.
Does anyone here have a comment on the signature? I know one thing we want to avoid is like a font digital signature. If it's a digital, if somebody here has any comment on that, that would be.
I can tell you that you can use a metal paint pen, even like a metallic Sharpie or metallic paint pen to sign your medals, and that will stay. And obviously, I'll recommend a thinner point so you can create a nicer signature, and definitely practice ahead of time on some scrap pieces.
Yeah.
They do have to be the paint pens though, because a regular metallic Sharpie will fade.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah. Paint.
It's just called a paint pen.
Yeah.
And the one thing you don't want is to have a copyright symbol on there.
That's right. Ted, now that, I don't know if that fully helps you because you're thinking of having it shipped directly from the lab. Does anyone know whether a digital signature is acceptable in the fine art world?
They generally want the actual signature, just being
Where do you, where do
See
you
a
live,
way,
Ann?
certificate on the back or something.
yeah.
Yeah, it
You
is.
can turn
It
your
is.
actual signature into a Photoshop brush,
Mhm.
but
They
art
want it real.
collectors typically want the actual
Yeah.
handwritten signature.
Yes, it
maybe
is
a bevel.
preferred to have the artist touch somewhere on the image
Mhm.
on your piece.
So with that being said, what about, we talked about that certificate of authenticity. Some people have done that. If you were to put that on the back, of course, any artist can send that to us and we'll get it onto the back of your work of art. If you don't send it to your lab and they put it on, but perhaps then if you can't sign it in person, then maybe just leave off the digital signature if it's going to affect the collector's interest. And if you were to come visit the piece at the exhibition, perhaps we could have you sign it then if you felt really certain about that, confident about that.
You're also, not everybody signs the front of their pieces. Many artists will sign the sidebars if it's on a stretch canvas or the back of it. And a certificate of authenticity, you can also sign that and have it adhere to the back. All of those are typical within fine art.
Right.
And the size of your certificate of authenticity, just make sure that the design of the back of your piece can hold whatever the size of your certificate is.
And you can send it with an envelope, and we can actually tape it to the back of your metal print so that it stays with it. I was an invited artist for a little thing for Photo Fest, which happened during the pandemic. And the person who signed me up asked me not to sign the front of my prints, to sign them on the back. That was her preference. I mean, and I was amenable to that. I mean, some artists may not be. So I think it's either or, right? But the certificate of authenticity is very good to have.
Yeah.
I know that Leslie Ann Kitten, she put hers in a special black envelope that she signed the envelope, and then the certificate was inside. And of course, if you're going to do an envelope on the back, you can add anything to it, like the story of your art, a letter to the collector, anything you want, you could put back there. And you will find that we're going to put an exhibition label on the back of your piece. It's a small size, but we need that to keep track of everything. It'll have a little picture of your artwork and the information you've given us about it. And we also do that to the outside of your box and all of that. And we're going to be asking you guys for some more details. And on that note, I don't have everybody's information yet, which is okay, because we don't have a place to send the art yet. So I haven't given you what you need and all of that yet. So that's fine. But I do want that so that Ella can start to add things to the catalog design, and that when Marianne is shopping the collection, we can say about exactly how big the pieces are and what materials they are. I mean, people really are interested in those things. So does anyone have questions about that?
I know we talked when we talked on the phone. So if we go ahead and enter the information that we do have, I mean, not having the weight and everything with it all boxed up and shipped. So can we send it without that information?
Please, yeah, that's fine. Yep. Yes, the minimum that I need right now is the presentation type. And if you're still thinking about that, just let me know. And then, make sure you're still firm on your title. And the size, if you know your size, that would be great. I mean, even if it's just a general size, if you haven't had it printed yet and you want to measure it when you get it, or you still need to talk to the lab, that's fine. But it does help us know how big our collection is, how much wall space it needs. And then, that helps us. And Ella's going to be including, this is exciting. Ella's going to be including, like we did in the last collection, your written statement about the artwork itself, anything you want to share that helps the person viewing it feel closer to it or understand you and it better. But we're also going to do some spotlights. So Ella, would you like to talk about that?
Sure, we're looking for people to write essays about their art piece and the process that they went through or the story behind it. They can be from about 250 words to up to 1,000 words. And we think that will be a really nice touch to add to the book and give some depth to what people are seeing. We all love stories. We connect to stories. So this is another way to kind of deepen the story. We may not, we don't know how many we're going to get, but we're hoping we get quite a few to choose from. We'll probably include, I don't know, what would you say, maybe 6 or 8, maybe within the book itself. So that's what we're looking for. I think it's a wonderful idea, and I think it's a really great way to kind of make interest in the collection even deeper and more meaningful.
And the idea that it has like interest outside of or some educational aspect to it, which is helpful. When you think about exhibition catalogs that you pick up at museums and things like that, there's a lot to it. And if anybody had any questions about that, we're happy to answer that. And also, we do need, for everybody, we're going to have a short version. Everyone will have a blurb, enough space to have a good blurb about your work. Everyone will be included in that. We just want a few that we can expand on. And that, that's gonna be great. And we're gonna go ahead and publish the catalog just like we did last year with Book Baby. And just like the IOD book, and we're going to have that available for order online. And this year we're looking at pricing to actually have the book pushed out onto Amazon as well. So that'll be a cool opportunity. And then as last collection, we're going to be looking for artists who might like to do artist talks and maybe a couple workshops. And Eileen was kind enough to do all of that for us this year as far as organizing it. So if you didn't get a chance to do that in the Maker's Muse collection and you're back and you're in the exhibition collection, or you're a new artist, we would love to have you do that with Resonance.
So there does need to be a deadline though for getting the minimum information to Ella, because she has to have time to put this book together. Imaging is early Januella, and we don't want Ella to have to do this during the Christmas break. So
right. So our deadline, speaking of that, yes, Ella and I were talking the other day, and what we're looking for, Ella, what was that date? I had to do the timeline, which I haven't done yet, but I know that we need to have the book ready for publication in early December.
Right. So we're looking to have all your information by November 15th, so we can follow up if somebody doesn't get their information in. We have a bit of time to chase them down. For artist statements, those little blurbs, it's not a bio, it's about the image itself, how it came to be, your thinking behind it, what led you to make it, that kind of thing. It's not a, introducing whoever and this is their background and they were president of this, that, and the. It's not that. It's about the art. Okay. So.
And it's November 15th early enough, because we're going to have the Christmas rush for publications. I'm working during this week.
I think it will. Well, with that in mind, let's just say, please get it in earlier than November 15th if you can.
And I'm one of those who haven't done it yet.
Well, we're figuring, imaging happens a week and a half or so after the New Year's. So we've got that amount of time as well. And to get it delivered to somebody near Nashville probably won't be an issue. So I think we're okay with getting everything completely ready by December 1st and getting it off to Book Baby.
Good deal.
Yes, Dancy.
June, also, I filled out the form with the artist statement, all that. But what about the image itself?
Okay, so that.
Yeah, and we were supposed to be careful how we submit it for a printing in a book. So when do we do that?
Okay, so that's another great point. So if any of you had a chance to watch Carl Kaler's live Zoom or watch the recording, then you know that you might need to be looking at your image and determining, probably should be looking at your image and determining how it will print. And Fujiko, would you like to speak to that?
Yes. We have a link to Carl Scaler if you were not there about how we can improve the image for print, because the images that we have are for digital view, and when we print, the dark images probably will print darker. So he gave us all the information we need to improve them for print, if you have any question. And I was looking for the link so I can paste it here.
Thank you.
Yes, Sherry?
Sure.
Yeah, where we upload the image in the form, is that the image that's going to be used for printing?
No, I'm going to specifically ask you, I've got to figure out how to get that from you. Maybe I'll send you a Google form that you can all use the link and upload me your image that is for printing so that I can keep it separate. Because I do not want to mess that up.
Where you upload your image on the form, that's just for identification of the image. Okay.
Yeah. And I already have your image in Artwork Archive, but the only way I can allow you that I can get your own written data up into Artwork Archive from you, you have to upload another picture. So, you know, and if you guys could go ahead and when you do create a new image for printing in the exhibition catalog, could you end your could you just put your name and the title of the artwork and then end it with dash for catalog or catalog, one of those, just say catalog at the end of it. And that way I will be able to keep it separate. I do not make a mistake with that. Sorry, did someone else?
Name, the title,
your name, then your title, and then just write the word catalog as the file name, please. Thank you.
Okay. So the YouTube link is there in the chat, and then how you need to title your image if y'all want to download that or screenshot it.
Oh, and Fujiko, did you put the, you're looking for the link.
I got the link.
Link found it.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you.
I have a hot link to the
thank
YouTube
you.
channel.
Yeah, thank you, Aileen.
Did somebody else have a question, or Fujiko, were you going to say something more on that?
Paul has a question.
Paul?
We can't
Paul,
hear you, Paul. We still can't hear you.
Is your volume down?
He had this problem the other day. Can you type it in the box?
You can write it in the chat too.
If you stay on afterwards, Paul, we'll see if we can figure it out. But we're looking at the chat box to see if you type it in there for us.
Can't hear you. Just go ahead and type it in the box. Okay.
That's about
right. What other questions? Let's see. Oh, I wanted to mention with presentations, if you're gonna do a matte and a glass and you haven't already done it, try to do acrylic instead. This is what the art handler had advised me with the shipping. So if it's not one way or the other for you, acrylic, they're making them beautiful, just beautiful acrylic now. So I highly recommend that based on what he said. Oh, Paul says use the ASP to get discount FedEx.
That's interesting. I don't know how to do that.
Are you asking, Paul, or are you telling us this is possible? Paul's very mysterious looking in there. Oh, he says it's possible.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Cool.
Okay, maybe you'll give us more detail. All right, we'll follow up with Paul on that and share, unless he's able to share here.
Oh my goodness, saves 50%.
Wow.
What? Oh my, that's amazing.
Yes, that's huge. Fujiko?
Yes. Do we need the digital file that we sent has no presentation, as I saw it in the scrolling. Do we need to add the presentation as it's gonna be printed or
no? So we did have a conversation about presentation. So just keeping in mind, however if you're talking about like a digital mat or something. So keeping in mind that this is not for PPA image competition, present your image the way you feel it best needs to be presented. So it doesn't have to have a digital line, you know, around. We're not talking about digital. You don't need to have digital mats. If you feel you want to, you know, you're doing like a metal that's not framed, or no matter how you're doing it, if you feel it needs some kind of digital presentation, do it within the thinking of fine art versus image competition. And Ella, did you have anything to add to that?
Are you asking about for the catalog?
Yes, for the catalog.
We don't need the presentation for the catalog.
Okay.
Just the image. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Great. That's great. Yeah. We have the PPA school. I have it here.
I know.
It's difficult not to think PPA.
As for resolution, the catalog will be the same size as the book that we printed last time, which is roughly 8 by 8, or it may be 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. So if you send anything in that's 2400 by 2400 pixels or whatever, you know, fits in that frame, that's plenty of pixels. We don't need more than that for the catalog.
And after this, actually, Terry made a beautiful graphic for you all to announce on social media by popping your image in. And I'm going to be emailing it to our artists to use. And Terry, are you here? Yeah, Terry's here. Terry, did you want to say anything about that? Because some of the artists weren't in Maker's Muse and haven't had this before.
Yeah, it's super easy. Actually, I piggybacked on a design that Fujiko had done. I love that she creates things and I just Frankenstein them later. So anyway, you just will put your image in this little square and you'll be able to delete. There's instructions that will tell you what to do. It's super easy. And but if you do have a question, feel free to email me. I'm fine to answer a question about it. But nobody had any problems last time, so I'm thinking you're going to be good.
Awesome. Anne, I do have one question.
Yes.
Will we possibly need any larger imaging for posters or anything like that?
That is a good point. Terry's going to be creating graphics for our exhibition locations, but sometimes the exhibition location itself wants to create their own collateral. So that's a great point. Terry, would you like to, as you're designing things, would you like to request if you need larger sizes?
I want to say, Fujiko, you used what was available, didn't you? For I don't think she needed additional. I guess, but if I found I did need something more, I'll reach out to the individual.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So keep your larger size files just in case.
I'm going to need a collection of small thumbnails or better to do the composition for the slideshow. So the organizer can send me a collection of thumbs of all the ones that are going to be in it.
Okay.
I will do that for you. Yes, Ella and I will get that to you.
And the order that they showed in today was great, I thought.
Okay.
So,
great. We'll send it to you that way. Then we'll name the files in that order so that's pretty clear.
That's helpful. Good.
Yeah. Okay, great. And sending you a Dropbox link, is that okay?
Dropbox, or I usually do WeTransfer, but whatever.
Okay.
I was doing WeTransfer, but I thought the new rules were that they get to have use of your images.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's still. I don't know if that's
paid subscription, so I kind of have my own account and page and everything.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Well, I'll get it to you.
Okay.
Thank you. Nancy has a question. Please clarify. We send the book image to Carl, 4,000 pixels on long side, or do we do 8 inches long side?
4,000 pixels is lovely. You can do that if you want. Don't do it by inches, because that doesn't mean anything. It could be 8 inches at 72 pixels per inch, or it could be 8 inches at 1,000 pixels per inch. The inches don't mean anything. It's overall resolution. So.
Okay.
And don't send them to Carl.
Don't send it to Carl. No,
No.
Carol's not going to do the changes. It's, the artists do their changes to the file, and then you're going to send them to me. I'm going to send you a link, and you're going to send it to me. Okay.
So Carl is working with IOD, and Anne is working with Resonance.
Yeah.
And if it's not a really dark image, my understanding is you don't need to worry so much about it. Is that correct?
Yeah. It's mostly for the dark images. Yes.
Yeah.
So for the detail in the blacks.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice.
So,
well, this is great.
Yeah. Oh, good. What we'll do is we'll put together as another Zoom meeting when we have if we have an announcement. We're hoping we will, about the Nashville, but certainly we'll have a Zoom meeting when we know where you need to send something so that we can answer any questions about that. And also, if we need to just remind you all about things that we need or share some more information. But if you at any time have any questions, please send them to me and I will find the answer or send you to another resource. And also every question is welcome. It doesn't matter what the question is. It's never, no question too small, because maybe somebody else has the same question.
Very good.
So thank you.
Are there any restrictions on sharing social media or otherwise about our selection in the exhibition?
I would say no. We'd love for you to say that you have become a part of this collection, and that's the exact thing that Terry's created this graphic for. So that you can put your image in there for each image that's in the show, and then you can post it on social media. But I don't know, Eileen, do you have a different answer?
No,
I do.
You'll get those graphics, and we want you to promote the heck out of yourselves.
But Fujiko has a different answer.
Yeah, because only if you are using that image for IPC. So because there's judges and they can see it's yours, it's your name, and they will need to DQ.
Yeah,
so
I understand
we are
that.
using, that would be the only reason.
I have one that's an IPC, so it'll have to wait till after.
Yeah.
When is the timing of that?
They finish the imaging during imaging.
During imaging.
Okay.
Yeah, competition is Saturday.
This will be interesting.
That's more reason to do this at the end.
Can you imagine if one of those images wins?
That would be wonderful.
Cool. Yeah.
But the artist, if we actually showed at Nashville, the artist would be exposed. So that might be a reason. Am I making sense, Anne?
I don't want it. It does make sense, but if we could get if we could get a show at Nashville, we're thinking now because someone's IPC image might be exposed, we wouldn't want to do a show in Nashville.
Well, I don't know.
No, only social media, I think.
Yeah, you could always withhold the ones that are in IPC and display the rest.
You could just contact Rich Newell and tell him to tell the judges to stay away from the exhibits until after the judging. Yeah, because it's all in person at Nashville. So once the Saturday judges are done, then they could go to the exhibit. It's a different panel for all three sessions. So
okay, well, this is a very important conversation to be having. I'm glad that came up.
Yeah.
Well, they have judging Monday night.
I'm gonna go. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Tim. We'll be in touch.
Dennis, I think what they were saying, though, it's a different panel. So the judges from Monday night wouldn't go to the show, but all the others that Saturday judging, they have to stay away until after Saturday. But then they are not the same panel that works on Monday night. So they could go to the show.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. It's a different panel for all three sessions. No overlap. At least it hasn't been, right, Dennis? Have you done it before? Yeah. So, you'd only have to let Rich know to let those particular 15 judges not go until after they were done judging their session at imaging.
Yeah.
And that's not a big deal, I wouldn't think.
And it'd be great if one of those won and you could tell everybody you can buy that image in the book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 The only thing would have to be careful about at the booth is not putting the book out for judges. So, but
Like
again,
telling not to look at it.
yeah. Yeah.
Is that true about the IOD book too?
No, they've been, oh no, they might still be.
Probably, yeah.
You can just put a note on it. IOD judges don't look. I mean, I'm sorry, IPC judges don't look.
Right.
Exactly. I don't think, yeah.
Huh.
And the last thing is, if we set up the November 15 as the date, I would say we need to do it because, Ella, the provider takes 2 or 3 weeks to produce the books, and then 1 week before they produce to approve the material. Also, it's long, the process.
Okay, so we need to stick by that November 15th date. Okay.
Actually, November 15 is like very close.
Yeah.
Why don't we make it a week earlier? I mean, can't we all do that? Can we get it together?
Just words, right? It's just words.
Yeah.
All right, everybody get your information.
Yeah, don't underquote it.
We usually do 2.
So we're looking at when?
Skipping over the announcements.
November 8th. November 8th.
November 8th.
Okay.
We have 2 weeks. I think
that should be plenty. And I'm the worst procrastinator, so I swear I will have to.
I want to come up with a bonus if somebody can, for everyone who can get theirs in like November 1st or something. There's got to be something I can give you. Come up with it, figure it out. Anyway, what we're looking for is the information. I'll send you a recap email, but we're looking for those essays to come in at that same time too. So that's also important because we have to review them. Ella's going to be designing the book and leaving places, like spaces for them, but we won't know which images are going to go with them. So it will affect the way the collection looks in the book.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
How many words do you want the essay to be? You said 250?
250 to 1,000 max. 250 minimum to 1,000 maximum.
And if you have a process that could use some illustrative images to go along with it, Ella and I talked about that we might be able to incorporate that into your essay pages as well.
Yeah.
And then, you've already written an article you could submit somewhere. So that would be helpful. All right. Any other questions for now?
I don't have a question. I just have a comment. I know it's not said often enough, but thank you, team, you guys, for everything you do and all the work you put behind the scenes. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you, Dennis. It's a joy working with all of you and the team.
We appreciate
you. Thank you.
We appreciate you.
And I'll be sure to tell the committee members who are not here that you said that. Thank you. Thank you all.
I second that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we leave, one announcement that I neglected to share with you all is, and I will hit that pause recording button,